Today we ask the age-old question,
will it fondue?
Let's talk about that.
Good mythical morning.
As you know, we like to see if things will on this show, and I have rarely been as excited to find out if something will as I am right now, because we're gonna be putting things into fondue, Link. And let me tell you that
you are a cheese lover.
Fondue is one of the greatest things that humans have ever come up with, dipping things in liquid cheese. This has got to make everything amazing.
Vaccines?
Better than vaccines, you heard it here.
The internet?
Tied.
Your mom.
My mom is better.
Okay, well listen, using bread, hey, that's kind of boring. So we're gonna replace the bread with a bunch of interesting experimental things today. That's right, Mythical Beasts, we are gonna find out,
will it fondue?
Pot of cheese, bam.
Look at this.
And some forks.
I'm gonna keep the cheese moving throughout so it won't solidify. Now, there's lots of cheese in this, but the question is, can we make it too cheesy? Let's try with cheese puffs. Cheese puffs. Will it fondue?
All right, I love me some cheese puffs. Now, I've never put one on a fork and put it in more cheese, but I have this technique where instead of chewing these, I'll just put it in my mouth and let it melt. But let's
Do people know you're doing that when it's happening?
I just kind of look like,
Look at that guy.
like if I'm making that
Along
face,
with his lip.
it means that there's a cheese puff in there.
Hey, ding.
Dink. We're gonna dip it.
I mean,
Oh my
sometimes
goodness.
you just know the answer.
Oh, but we got to find out.
No.
Oh, let me get rid of that. Oh, that's on yours now, huh?
Yeah. Don't apologize.
So what are we gonna
You
call
know
this?
what? I think this could go on for eternity. This may be heaven. Hold on. That was going to be my heaven.
I'm sorry that I busted your heaven. What are we gonna call this? Fond puffs?
I'm fond of puffs.
Fond puffs.
Oh my. It is everything I thought it would be and a little bit more.
We can revisit that locale again later.
On our own time.
Yeah, because will it fondue?
Yes.
Okay, now when you're eating something sweet, your first thought is probably not, how do I get some cheese all around this? But maybe you're not thinking hard enough. So we thought we would try cupcakes. Cupcake.
Will it fondue?
Look at this nice little cupcake.
That's not a little cupcake, that's a big cupcake.
Now we've got like just a cake, just a normal cupcake with some chocolate on top.
Thank you for pointing out what a cupcake
Just a
is.
normal cake there.
Man, just a little cake.
It's not like
you
a
should have your own show.
It's not a strawberry cake. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna let you dip first, and then
I'm
I'll
just
dip
anticipating
second.
that a good technique for this is just to set it in the middle.
Oh,
Just let it submerge itself. You just set it right there and just let it go down
Oh.
like a sinking ship.
you want me to bury it?
Full coverage. I request full coverage.
I mean, we're making cheesecake, man.
This is not the cheesecake that I think most people would expect if they were to order it. But I think a test of fonduing is the fork.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go in from the side. I feel like I'm
my
doing
goodness.
surgery. And then you just sort of.
Is that gonna? Yes, it did. Oh,
You know what? We celebrated too soon, Link. Oh gosh, I've got lots of chocolate leakage. Get that chocolate. Just get the whole string of chocolate. Just get it all and just, yeah.
Here we go.
There, that's perfect.
We don't want residual chocolate. That's a different type of fondue entirely.
You know, we could just share this one, Link. Get a bite from that side that's got all the ingredients. Oh yeah.
I mean, because we have these big spoons, is this cheating?
I don't know. I think this is what it calls for.
Now let's call this cheesecake, but not what you were thinking. That was a big bite.
Link, I think we've discovered something beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
I love the chocolate.
Look,
Oh, you're
I think
going in again?
I'm gonna pitch this to Disneyland.
I'm not gonna pitch it to Disneyland. I'm gonna drive up to Disneyland. I'm just gonna pitch them over.
Oh, why don't we just set up in a parking lot and sell them?
Yep, we can get away
But
with
not
that for
what you-
about 10 minutes. All right, will it fondue?
Yes! Okay, now some people are afraid of the fondue fork, but for our next item, you don't even need one because it's a turkey leg! Turkey leg! Will it fondue?
Now this is, it's got a nice little handle.
Now, talk about something that's gonna work in a parking lot. People love these anyway, and they do get these at Disneyland.
Oh,
They walk around with these, and we just say, dip it in our cheese.
Oh my goodness. Look at that. Guys,
I'm gonna take it and just do a little spinny dealy dealy.
it's like a cheese snow cone of turkey lurkey goodness.
Look at that. Look at that. And you just come out. I feel like I need a plate, man. Oh, thank you for this big plate.
So let's call this fondue legs. Fondue legs, stand up and vote.
Bite.
I don't know who's voting for what, but I'm eating this.
It's like a cape of cheese. It's amazing the consistency of the cheese. It's literally like a blanket. I mean, I don't think I could finish this if I wanted to.
You don't want to?
No, I do want to, but look how thick the cheese is. It's like every time I bite it, the cheese comes and fills it back in.
Now you could put your lips on it and part the cheese, like.
Oh gosh, that is the nastiest thing.
It's like
it looks like you're sucking on a cheese nipple. I mean, look at that. It's like
no.
This
is like those parties we used to go to in middle school, and you look over at me, and I'd be like,
no. It's like you went up to an exhibit of like a cheese cow and started sucking on the teeth. Look.
That is gross. So there's an added complexity to actually eating this, not to mention the amount of calories associated with getting all of this down.
Look at how big of a piece of cheese
But
that is.
I'm gonna say this is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that it fondues.
Will it fondue?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody knows the secret wish of every fish is to have its head cut off and put in hot cheese. We're gonna find out what that tastes like. Fish heads. Fish head.
Will it fondue? Oh, okay. So these are deep fried.
Red snapper. That's a big fish.
Look at.
Because that's just the face of it.
And the eyeballs are still in here.
That's the best part from what I've heard.
What is that? That's just the
skull,
skull, man.
I feel like the way to do this. Let me see that. This is just.
Ooh.
Got a hammer?
See if it's gonna come back.
See?
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can do it.
It went right through the brain.
Just go right into the brain.
Speaking of brain, is there still a brain in here?
Yeah, they just cut the head off of the fish and then we fried it. And now we dip it in cheese and eat it.
Gosh, man. Okay. So you went through the skull here?
Oh yeah, you found a soft spot. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're good. That's very, very solid.
I did not like that sound.
Well,
fish and cheese normally go together, so let's give them both a swim.
here we go.
They're used to swimming.
They love it.
You want to take a dip down into the cheese? Here, let's put mine in there too.
We got to get a bigger vat because you don't want people coming up looking in the window and the two guys are going like,
How do we get to?
put the cheese on there. You wanted it to look like a fish was literally swimming in the cheese and then his head popped off and we put it on a stick. Because that's the thing about Disneyland is to create an experience unlike any other. We're going to be in the parking lot. It's not going to be officially sanctioned by Disney.
That's why we only have the head.
But with us, we have to create an experience. Now, the interesting part is where do you bite? Okay, here we go. That's the eye right there, I think.
Oh, no.
Is it? Oh, gosh.
You know what an eye smells like?
That's an eye.
I'm going to go right for the beak.
Here you go.
All right.
If you don't like your own product, you can't sell it to anybody else. Okay, here we go. and we got to get where we don't have to take a deep breath before we eat it.
Take a deep breath.
We're going to sell any of these.
It's all bone.
Oh, gosh. The smell that let out of the head cavity was just... The smell that just came right out. I don't even know what I've got. Hold on. Don't think about the fact that it's a head. Think about the fact that it's a fish. It's not that bad. And then you just find another place. Oh. I don't know what,
I gotta get this out. You ate the eyeball off the end? Ooh. I'm gonna bite right here where this eye is.
Don't stab yourself. Instead of just picking at it, we just need to crack it open like an apple.
That ain't no apple.
Here's what you do. You just take a little layer of cheese, blanket it, and you won't even know what it is. You're just like, oh, it's just cheese. It's got a perfect spot for my lips, and then it's it's not that bad, man.
I'm gonna try to swallow this.
The meat is really rich and flavorful. We just have to teach the children how to eat it. I think I ate the brain.
It's not that it tasted bad, it's just that the thought of it and the consistency of it was just horrifying. Ew.
It's not a good mix.
Not a good mix.
Not a good mix.
There's a reason why chefs don't mix cheese and fish. because they're smarter than we are.
Yeah, right.
Will it fondue? No. Okay, we just ate the head of a fish, so why not the tongue of a duck? Duck tongue. Duck tongues?
Will it fondue?
And here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 duck tongues on this plate. I think we got so many so easily
bountiful.
because most people eat like the normal part of a duck. Now, look at how it's like curled up.
This is why ducks don't talk. It's a very simple tongue. All you can do with this is quack. You can't say, hello, Peter. It's like a little...
But if ducks could
Half-
talk, that is the thing they would say.
Hello,
Hello, Peter.
Welcome to the pond.
Now, look at that.
What are you into?
What is that? A bone?
There's a freaking bone. And
It's a flat.
we don't have bones in our tongues, do we?
Like me and you? No.
I mean, maybe I've never noticed it before.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a bone in there.
Maybe like a lot of little bones.
Yeah. Who would know?
Right. Like a mallet.
Oh, gosh, look. There's a bubble. Look at that.
What is that, pus?
This is the quacker. I pulled out the quacker.
Pull out the quacker.
I bet you if I put this in my mouth, I can quack.
Do it. Try it.
No, but I want to put it in cheese first.
Quack.
Okay, I deboned my tongue, and that's what I'm going to dip.
I'm going to debone mine in my mouth.
In your mouth.
It's kind of like tying a knot into a cherry stem. I'm going to do that with this duck tongue.
Something tells me it's going to be very chewy. Okay, I like duck. I mean, if there's a duck dish at a restaurant, I'll order it. I'm a fan of duck.
I am not a fan of duck.
Never had the tongue, though. You know, this duck never licked this much cheese when it was alive.
I've never seen a duck lick cheese, period. I've never been by like a pond and saw a group of ducks and I was like, oh, let's go give them some cheese.
You usually give them just the bread.
Yeah.
Not the cheese, but not today. We gave this duck more cheese than you ever thought you needed. I don't know why I'm talking at it like it's a puppy.
Oh, you're so pretty, little duck tongue. Duck fondue?
Yes.
I should have took the bone out first. Oh,
Hold on now.
it's so chewy.
But it's crispy. It's ducky.
Quack. Quack.
I don't have my quacker, so I can't do that.
The quacker's still in mine.
Yeah, my quacker's out.
I got the quacker. It's not that bad, even though my face, I know, says that it is.
The idea is pretty unpleasant, but I also think it's pretty creative to be able to give a duck something that it never tasted.
While you're tasting it.
It's a way to honor the life of the duck. I mean, texture-wise, it was unpleasant. I mean, it is the tongue of an actual duck. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't even like duck anyway, and now you're eating the muscle that was in its mouth. Oh, there you go. You did it.
I'm glad I didn't eat mine in the process.
Here's what I'm going to say. If the question of will it fondue is, did it make a duck tongue better than it would have been by itself?
Yeah. And you know what? If you de-quacker it first,
Yeah, definitely.
This is quite a conversation piece, and no pun intended. So will it fondue? I'm saying yes. So Mythical Beasts, we have done our work here. Feel free to try any of these on your own and
Report back.
report back to us via Instagram.
Yes, and thanks for watching along with us and liking and commenting and subscribing.
You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm Alexon from France. It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
If you want to see the story of how some of these episodes of Good Mythical Morning get put together, you should check out our Extras channel and our series Good Mythical Crew. Links are in the description.
Click through to Good Mythical More first. Click the I for mobile users. We're gonna get the crew to taste some of these fish heads, duck tongues, and other stuff.
This just in, Pluto to be renamed Oprah.
We're going to our reporter on the scene who is with Pluto.
Hey, this is Rick here, and we've got some,
Okay,
some
Rick.
special news about Pluto.
Yes, it's going to be named after
Oprah Winfrey.
Right. And do you have Oprah there as well?
Yeah, I do, and she wants me to tell you that each one of you gets a piece. You need to look under your seat because everyone gets a piece of Pluto. You get a piece, and you get a piece.
Because then you're going like that. You're going like this.
This is a reason to watch the Extras channel.
Yeah, if you want to see how this happened, let's just show them what happens here.
Yeah, the whole.